to share just a little bit more about LifeVantage and what it's all about. And we're going to go through this really, really quick, just so you get a little taste of what the company and the products are all about. Play this. Hopefully everybody can see it. Regular disclosures. When I looked at LifeVantage 8 years ago, I essentially was semi-open to something else for additional income. But I learned an awful lot when I started looking around for an additional income. There were things that I wanted, things that I didn't. We're going to talk about the 4 components of LifeVantage. The first one are the products and the science. Obviously, as a nurse, as a person that researches for attorneys, that was my big thing. We're going to talk a little bit about compensation, timing, which look back in the last 12 months, and we know a lot about timing, and the system. I put the system a lot with success. So we're going to talk about products and science. The first product, Protandim Nerve 2 Synergizer. Now, the products were sold since 2003, but nobody really knew what they were. Very, very small company just starting out. In 2005, John Kionos, which you'll recognize him, he walked into the company and he said, I hear you have an anti-aging product. I'd like to investigate it. Well, in doing so, instead of John Kionos giving them a negative report, John Kionos gave them a positive report, which, trust me, I've watched a lot of his shows. They weren't very positive. He gave them a positive report, and it led to a flurry of media attention and activity. Multiple universities and medical centers began self-funding research on Protandim Nerve 2. Now, the big word in there for me was self-funding. This is a natural, non-pharmaceutical product. That means there's not any big money out there throwing all of those billions of dollars into research. Research is very expensive. And yet the concept of the NRF2 activation was so big that companies self-funded to study this natural product. That was huge, okay? In 2009, though, they realized that they still weren't really selling the product because there was too much of a story to tell. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about the story. So they switched from retail to direct sales. Now, we don't have time right now to show you the ABC news report. We don't have time right now to go into the flip the switch, telling about how Nerf 2 products and Nerf 1 and NAD flips our internal switch. So what I'm going to do is ask you to screenshot this, write this down. If you have not seen www.biohackingaging.com, please go there, okay? Watch those clips and then go back to the person that referred you to this video in the first place. Now, Protandim Nerve 2 Synergizer. That was the first product. It lowers oxidative stress 40% in 30 days. We'll tell you a little bit more about oxidative stress. I knew what that was. I had never heard of NRF2 before. I didn't know what superoxide dismutase was. I heard of catalase and I heard of glutathione, but I didn't understand how they all worked on our bodies for our cellular health. But this NRF2 product, this all-natural product, Protandim NRF2, increases superoxide dismutase, increases catalase, and increases glutathione naturally in our body. Now, these are enzymes that God gave us, and that they just aren't always working that well. But this increases them naturally. It supports the body's natural ability to repair and rejuvenate its own cells by 5 botanical ingredients. Now, I thought milk thistle was something I just pulled out of the bean field as a kid. Turmeric, we've all heard of turmeric. Green tea extract, we have heard of that, utilized in so many health conditions. But ashwagandha and bacopa were new to me. But it's the recipe of these products that put together this special NRF2 activator. But what's oxidative stress? It's the first biochemical effect of aging. And what causes it? Everything. Think of something, and I can tell you it probably causes oxidative stress between what we eat, drink, and live in, as well as our stress level. It affects it. And oxidative stress affects all of our physical organs, our physical systems, okay? So when you look at those physical systems, you don't need to really know all the details of each one, why it affects it, but you have to understand that oxidative stress affects all of those systems. But our world has changed. We need solutions, and those solutions, some of them can be prescriptions, but like I said, when I talked about my story with fibromyalgia, they wanted to bombard me with a bunch of prescriptions, and I chose not to have those prescriptions with side effects. But our world is full of these toxins. Whether you're eating well or not, you don't know what chemicals are put in those toxins, and that makes it very difficult too. Biohacking. We are hacking into our biological system, but we're doing it with natural products. And the proof is in the science. There's over 25 peer-reviewed journal publications just on the Protandim Nerve2 Synergizer. Do you know how rare that is? As a researcher, to actually find a natural healthcare product that is non-pharmaceutical, that is not backed by big money like the pharmacies, and that they have all that research on it, that's amazing. So if you want to look at any of those, I can share them with you. But this is the one article that doesn't name Protandim, but it talks specifically about what NRF2 activation is. This is from Washington State University, February of 2015. If you want that article, notify me. I will send you the entire article. NRF2 is likely to be the most important health promoting approach in the foreseeable future. NRF2 may become the most extraordinary breakthrough in the history of health. That's so big, you guys. That is so big. And that article goes on to talk and cite numerous different research articles to support this statement. And we have the most powerful, one of the most powerful natural NRF2 activators on the global. But the company didn't stop at that. They went on to seek out other biochemical, biohacking actions naturally that support our cellular health. The second one is mitochondrial dysfunction, and it's called NRF1 activation. Again, that's a pathway that you can learn about. You can just understand that that pathway, by supporting that, it improves our mitochondrial function. It increases our cellular energy, or ATP, if you go back in your science studies, while slowing the cellular aging by supporting chromosomal integrity. It improves sleep quality, cellular repair, cognitive and brain health. Don't we all need all that? Again, 5 botanical ingredients, 5 natural ingredients that are synergistically put together in a recipe that makes it very, very special and potent. The third biochemical effect of cellular aging, I had read articles on this, sirtuin, not serotonin, sirtuin activity. And this is an NAD synergizer, the NAD activation in the body. Now, I had read an article on this, and sirtuin activity was increased by extreme calorie reduction and long-term fasting. Well, if you know me at all, that's not going to work in my world. I like to cook. And so that, I read the article, I thought, okay, it helps longevity, it helps your cellular health, but I probably am never going to succeed at it. Our company comes out with an NAD synergizer, again, a natural approach that supports the sirtuin activity, supports healthy longevity, improves mental focus, concentration, positive mood, motivation, mental and physical energy, healthy inflammatory response, maintain cholesterol levels already within a healthy range, and supports our healthy vascular system. So the science on NRF1, NRF2, and the NAD activation are all in publications on like PubMed. Again, the NAD synergizer is 4 natural ingredients. Again, a specific recipe. We call it the Tri-Synergizer, our triple pack, something that my husband and I are both on, and I recommend to all my friends and family. But what amazed me is after these products were out for a while now, like most of us, it started taking the Protandim Nerf 2 when it first came out. We started on one, then we added the other, and we added the third. But the Protandim Tri-Synergizer, the studies on each individual product versus taking them all three at the same time, expanded every single product's, all three products' potency in a huge way. NRF2 activation up 838%, NRF1 activation up 118%, and NAD activation up 226%. That's huge, huge. So we call them the LifeVantage product pillars. So that's our healthy aging product pillar is the Protandim products, okay? But then if you're like me and you have a furry friend and they start getting old and you feel terrible because they're getting old, dogs age 7 times faster than people. You know why? It's oxidative stress. Way before they started putting out Protandim, people were popping the Protandim to their dogs. This is my 11-plus-year-old boxer, rescued. She has been on the product for 8 years. The vet told me a couple weeks ago he can't believe that she's almost 12 years old. So here's Protandim for dogs or human, or canines, okay? But also cats. I've heard of people giving them to their ferrets, any animal you've got. So it's called Protandim. Now, we also have other products. When I started learning about Protandim and I would go to physician seminars, one of the things that was always brought up was if I start taking the Protandim Nerf 2, I probably don't need to take my multivitamin anymore, but what else do I need to take? And almost every physician said, especially in the Midwest, you need to take omegas because we don't get enough omegas. You need to take vitamin D and you need to get on a good probiotic, one that actually survives in your gut. The company listened to these medical professionals and made a high quality omega that actually can be traced from boat to bottle, as well as vitamin D in that product and a probiotic that we can get into the details later on this. We don't have enough time now, but the probiotic actually has Wellmune in it, but it's coated with a biotech. It's a special coating that makes sure that it gets to the gut. Over 60% of those probiotics get to the gut versus 4% in things that are not in that coating. Then we have the smart weight management. Earlier, if you were listening, you heard Gina talk about how she utilizes the smart weight management for her whole body system to help get off that quarantine few pounds, the whey protein, the prebiotic, and the fat burn, utilized with the probiotic, which I tell you what, didn't even get into it. Probiotics, huge study I was educated on regarding our immune health as well as our brain health, everything because of our gut health, but also our waist weight management. So these are amazing product pillars for our smart weight management. But the nootropics, which Ruth talked about a little earlier, this has got to be one of my favorite products. I sit by a computer and read thousands of pages of medical records every single day. And I have my Axio with me every single day. Axio is a smart brain food. When I first heard that they were coming out with a drink, I heard it was going to be an energy drink, and it got me a little worried because energy drinks are caffeine and sugar. And they bring people into the hospital, which I'm sure anybody that works in the ER knows about that. But our energy drinks are nootropics. They're natural products that have actually long years ago physical effects on our body, but it's another recipe with an NRF2 activation. And it is amazing how this gives us that get stuff done, the brain health, able to continue to be thinking clearer without that crash and without the jitters. I can go to bed after having an Axio, which I could never do if I even had a coffee. Then we have the most amazing non-toxic beauty items. We have non-toxic clean shampoos, NRF2 for the scalp and the hair, and conditioner, and a facial system that is above and beyond anything I've ever tried. I've had really bad skin my whole life. About maybe 4 years ago, after I'd been utilizing the True Science system for a while, I ran into an old high school friend, and she looked at me and she asked me if I had work done on my face. And at that time, sometimes when you look at yourself, you don't notice the difference. I realized that it was the True Science, and I explained to her about the True Science, and she was ecstatic. She needed to try it. So far, everybody I know that has ever tried our True Science skincare and shampoo and hair care have had a testimony. And we could get into that at another time, but we've got pictures, we've got some amazing stories of what utilizing clean, non-toxic beauty products can do by that NRF2 activation of our skin and our scalp and our hair. And just wait. We have got body products on the way, ready to be shipped out starting 1st of June. They're going to be available to everybody. And we are so excited. So how do you get started? If you want to be a customer, you pay the same amount as all of us distributors. We don't try to make you be a distributor so that you get a discounted amount. We want you to know that we value our customers, and we're not going to cut you short by being a customer versus a distributor. If you want to be a distributor, you can also buy a pack when you get your business pack. And by buying a pack, you can get some discounted products. You get kind of a whole set. I personally jumped in with both feet right away because I knew after looking at the science, I was going to tell everybody. I'm the kind of person that tells everybody about the best restaurant I've been to, about great movies, and especially great books or great speakers. Of course, I was going to tell them about some amazing cellular health products that I was utilizing. So I got the big pack because I wanted all the products. But you get in where you fit in. So you can get in at $350 or $600 or $1,250, depending upon how much product you want. But you have to remember this. If you're going to be a customer, we love you. We'll take care of you. You can always upgrade. If you're going to be a distributor, you need to be a product of the product. You can't sell Fords, but only love and drive Toyotas. You need to know the products and experience the products. And that's why we encourage that when you start out, you really get a pack and you kind of get in there and you play with the products and you share with your friends and family, and you know what you're talking about just by the experience of it all. But what's really great is that we are online. It's just like, it's easier than shopping on the Amazon, because when you shop on the online website that we can each share with you as you go back to the person that invited you here, you can get frequently asked questions. You can get the literature, the real stuff, the real science on every single product. And if you purchase a subscription, you get free shipping, and you can change your subscription at any time. You can alter your shipment at any time. It's easy. And you've got people like us that'll help you through it, and a great customer service program. But the compensation program was something that I actually didn't look at until after I jumped in, because I knew that I was going to share it with everybody. But in my head, I just didn't think I was going to really have that much of an income from it, because I'd seen so many friends in direct sales and not do very well. And then I saw this one. The difference between this compensation plan and others is because when this company changed to direct sales, they got some amazing, experienced direct sale marketers, and they got involved in the company right away, and they built the compensation plan. That's what makes us different. Our compensation plan was not developed by a corporation, but developed by experienced direct sale marketers that knew where the loopholes needed to be filled in. They knew what was necessary to keep people motivated and for people to get compensated appropriately for the work that they were doing, not for their placement, but for the work that they were doing. So you can get paid monthly and you can get paid weekly. There's a lot of different ways to get paid, and they all fit in to a great compensation program. We're not going to get into all of the details, and I can show you websites, I can show you links, I can share YouTubes with that. But in order to get into the profit mode, first, again, like I said, you got to be a product of the product. Now, your personal volume is $40 of your purchase plus offset by any customers that you have. Or you can use your personal volume as all your purchase as well. So if you have under $100 personal volume, you don't get a compensation plan. Again, goes back to that product to product. $100 to $199 personal volume is 30% Smart Start bonus. That's your first bonus, your top bonus, your starting bonus. And over $200 personal volume is 40% Smart Start bonus. It's not hard to get that. So how it all works is based on that one System Smart Start bonus, based on everybody's first order. If somebody got jumped in with the Silver Pack, you would get $100 thank you check or commission for each Silver Pack, okay? If they jumped in with the Gold Pack and they wanted that set of discount, that middle of the road pack, then your thank you check or commission would be $200 per person. And again, if they jumped in with the Platinum Pack, they wanted everything, then your thank you check or commission would be $400 per person. So it goes like that the same way with customers. Your thank you check is 40% of the personal volume of that product. So again, it could be $16, it could be $40, it could be more, depending upon that first customer's orders that month. So it's the perfect meld. And what I'm seeing right now is that so many of my connections, they want to work from home. Or I've got a lot of connections that are at that RVer stage, that they want to work from anywhere they are as long as they have internet. You can do social sharing, virtual office. I do not run through my ink on my printer even with my LifeVantage business. I don't need a lot of business tools. I don't have to have an inventory. Actually, I discourage people from having an inventory. You want a personal online store and you want to utilize it. That's part of your business pack. When you purchase a business, you get 2 websites and an app. The app is amazing. But the business sites, one is for your business and one is for you to share with your customers. Take it from me, I have to pay for my own business website for my legal nurse consulting. That gets expensive. But what about timing? If we've learned nothing else in the last 12 to 14 months, it's about timing. Why LifeVantage? Why now? Well, most people in the US and Canada have no idea what LifeVantage is, let alone globally. But, so we've got a lot of people to educate. But over 60% increase in wellness sales in the last 8 years. Imagine the increase in the last 12 to 14 months. Just on oxidative stress, which is our hair care, our skin care, our dog or pet tandem, and our NRF2 product, over 220,000 studies published on oxidative stress and growing. Our markets are global. That's where we are right now. We're on the NASDAQ, and that was the other thing that you really need to know. A publicly traded company is transparent, okay? That means that they're transparent in the respect that we see what's going on with the company. And also because they're transparent, the FTC allows them to publish actual, true earnings statements. I mean, this is actually what was distributed to the business partners in 2019. So what would an extra $600+ do for you for a month, every month? Well, that's a Pro 3. Okay, a Pro 1, a new distributor, all right, is a brand new distributor. Pro 1 is about $1,000 of personal volume. Again, only, and that's customers and distributors. This is overall volume, excuse me. Pro 2 is 2,500 of overall volume. A Pro 3 is 5,000 of overall volume. I had Pro 3 probably when I was about a month and a half in. Do you know that most foreclosures, most bankruptcies could have been saved with anything around $500 extra a month? So this can change people's lives. I'm a Pro 5. That's $20,000 of overall volume. And the average monthly commission of a Pro 5 is 3,000 plus. Okay. Now, if I was an overachiever, that's this one right here, and I wish I was, but these are true numbers, actual true numbers. Okay. Pro 7 is what Marilyn is. Amazing. Actual true numbers. That's where I'm headed. We have got people in this company that are Pro 9s that just live not that far away from me. But we have got people all the way up to level 11. Amazing. This is life-changing and it's real. So the question most of us ask are, can I do this? And that's the system. The system equates success for most of us because the system is, again, remember I said that about how these amazing marketing experts actually were the initiation of this company on the direct sales aspect? Well, those amazing marketing experts actually worked out what was most successful for them, utilizing what was most successful for everyone else. So instead of everybody taking off on a different tangent, everybody taking off and doing their own thing, they have developed a system which we have 24/7 support. It's an easy to follow system. You launch, you learn, you lead. We help each other. That's part of that compensation plan. I actually get more thank you checks, more compensation, more commission if I help my downline. That's so crucial. We work together as a team. So we have regular team meetings and training on mindset, leadership and skill set, regular corporate events and training. Now everything is virtual. You know, we were doing Zoom way before COVID hit, but now we're even doing it more. We have incentives to keep us motivated and support. It's amazing. The system with the app and the launch guide, so much training. And it puts together, equates with success. So I know I've gone through this really fast and I'm sorry. I wanted to be cognizant of your time and respectful of your time. Go back to the person that invited you to this. Ask them questions. Talk about what intrigued you the most about this. LifeVantage is life-changing to most of us. You need more information, obviously. Now you've got to think, do you want to be a customer or a customer that gets paid? Are you interested in the culture and joining the team? And I tell you what, the culture of this company, Erin Brockovich. Who's heard of Erin Brockovich? Erin Brockovich is on our board of directors, as well as people that have been on boards in major companies around the world, from Amazon to Coca-Cola. Our company is solid and it's regained the attention of NASDAQ and Wall Street. And there's so many things that I can share with you. But again, I want to be respectful of your time and please go back to the person that invited you. So that's my story. That's the story of LifeVantage. And I hope that this has helped you reach some conclusions on whether you want to be a customer, if you want to be a customer that gets paid, and where you're at right now.